the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Kansas State Wildcats and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, I checked in with Kansas State's head coach before the game. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Sun Devils headed for the ball, and we're ready for action. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Wildcats offense will get the football first. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And it just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Nowhere to go. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Oh, a double pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Turns it on in midfield. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Caught over the middle. It's Oakland. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. And the Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Johnson wants to throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run inside. It's Jackson. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The 7th play of this opening drive. They'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind him, and that's where you can make big plays.
Rolls right. He had a chance to get rid of it and avoid the loss. Instead, the defense pushes him out of bounds for the loss. defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. From the gun. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. He's changing the play. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Trying to bull his way in.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on 4th down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get those goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of a field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
So Arizona State's offense will now get its first chance with the football. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Back to pass, it's Boley. Fires on the run. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Tough run here, it's Brown. Swamped immediately.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. Interesting play calling. How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Lockett. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Drops back on 1st down. That's caught. It's Manning. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Johnson looking to throw. Working that left side now. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. On the ground, it's Jackson. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him. With that last play, now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Quarterback changing the play. Motion from the wideout. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Guys, let's just think for a second about Kansas State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd. Fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there. Now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
Snapped on 4th down. He's got it. First down and more. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need 6s.
And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Making the adjustment on the play. Johnson wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Out wide left, it's Manning. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll bring it out. It's Mack. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start on the ground with Brown. They were all over it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They give it to him again. Stopped again. At least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Hits inside, it's Fields.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute time. They'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Laterals it back. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Johnson looking to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. A quick pass to the left. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick step and go. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. 2 left to work with before the half. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. They're all over it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
Fires deep on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Sun Devils send out the punt unit. He's going to have to strike this ball well in the face of this howling wind. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Right down the middle. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Left side is Oakley. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Sends it back in motion. Throws it back. Rush right in his face. Goes high to pull it in. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start with a look at the Rice Owls taking on the number 25 team, the Florida Atlantic Owls. And it's Rice engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now over to your game in Tempe. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to Frank Cush Field inside Mountain America Stadium.
Thank you. Breakdown, Kevin. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Mack. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Arizona State's head coach told me at halftime the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Holly, thank you. That's caught. It's Harris. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Sets his feet. It's Boley. Hauls it in. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Off play action. Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's third down. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. Trying to take it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Throws it back. Look out. Picked off. What a way to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. The pick six. He takes it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Johnson looking to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
He'll try to do it himself. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. A sack, first down, just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third down, he drops to throw. It's complete. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
Wants to throw one first. Caught by Williams on the left. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. The give, it's Fields. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early.
Looking for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, it's Fields. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Here on 3rd down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. Johnson wants to throw it. Got it! Touchdown, Wildcats. They take the lead here in the 2nd half. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14.
Kansas State 21, Arizona State 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Mack. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Just barely got rid of it.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Send the tight end in motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. The quick game. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Bowling. Wide open downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Turning it on. Smashes ahead. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Or maybe a double pass. Rush is on. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Just feeds the running back. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The Wildcats are facing 3rd and inches. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Johnson looking to throw. He's going to let it go. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Offside.
Yeah, and you... We'll get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Defense all over him.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You can grab, but you can't hold on. The defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. Brown again. There he goes. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Sees a crease. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Johnson wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Got the back over the middle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The give as they work on that clock. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Harris. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Wants to go up top on second down. Setting up the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. Going to the run, it's Fields. Nice move to keep running. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Kansas State has it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Arizona State sideline, I can see a lot happening with their running back. He has turned it over here in this game, and they are down. They need him to be a little bit better with
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Got to make the play on fourth. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Oh, he's got some space. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Second and long here. Back to throw, it's Bowling. Oh, pressure's coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack,